name is Jennifer Stevens. I am from Glendale, California, and I have CVID. So I was diagnosed about 4.5 years ago, and I was pretty much dying at the time that I was diagnosed. I was extremely ill. I couldn't walk. I could barely feed myself, and I was extremely sick. Once I started on sub-Q, which is what I'm doing, it was life-changing for me. I felt that getting the diagnosis was not a negative for me. It was actually the best thing that ever happened. I had been struggling for answers for decades, and finding out what the answers were, getting treatment, was really the best thing that had ever happened to me. Starting on the medication turned my life around. I became healthier than I've ever been before. And I find that it's really important for us to realize that this does not define us. It's a situation that we have to deal with, but it is, and it's a part of us, but it's not something that limits us. It's actually something that becomes our superpower. And it's so important to be positive about it and find ways to work with it rather than against it. Yes, we get tired. Yes, we have challenges. But I have actually found that now that I have treatment, I am truly healthier than I've been before. I have better relationships. I've learned how to set boundaries. I've learned how to communicate more effectively with my friends, with my family, with my doctors. I've learned how to advocate for myself. I've learned how to take care of myself in ways that I'd never learned before. So in ways, I am so thankful to this condition because it has taught me so much. And I have grown so much because of it. And so it's actually enriched my life. I now do 5Ks and 10Ks. I walk half marathons. I'm not the fastest person out there, but I complete them and I get them done. I can lift my own body weight, which is not something that most people expect when they see me. I am physically stronger than I've ever been, and it's thanks to this condition. So I think that we need to remember that while it is difficult and while there are challenges, we can learn from them and we can learn to embrace them and we can learn to work within them and thrive and become better for it. We can really learn to succeed almost because of it rather than in spite of it, is I guess what I'm trying to say. And it doesn't have to be a negative. It doesn't have to be the end of your world. And I just want people to realize that it can be a really good thing. And not to be afraid of it. And not to be discouraged by it. Really not to worry. I feel freedom. I'm not hampered, and neither are my friends who have the condition. We all travel. The ones who do IVIG, the ones who do SCIG, we all travel. We all are athletic. We're working. We're pursuing our passions and our dreams. And we have very rich lives. And we have a lot of flexibility, regardless of what we're having to do or having to manage, regardless of what other conditions we have. And so don't be afraid of it, and don't be afraid to speak up for yourself if you're not getting the treatment that you need. So I came across IDF through web searches, basically. Once I got diagnosed, I'm a voracious researcher. It's something that I was trained to do as a previous job that I had. And so when it came to this condition, I researched and I found everything I could possibly find. IDF was one of the first things I found, and it was one of the best resources that I found. And when it came to answering questions that I had, that my family members had, IDF has always been the most valuable resource, the most complete resource, and one of the easiest resources to understand. And so it's the one that I go to, and it's the one that I recommend to pretty much everyone.